Schmibros Stories is a virtual showcase that features storytellers from across various communities. Led by monthly themes, the program was created as a space to explore, create, and share perspectives through story, song, dance, monologue, essay, or poem. Welcome, and thank you for joining us here at Libros Schmibros, a nonprofit bilingual lending library in Boyle Heights. I'm your host, Diana Romo. This month's theme is forgiveness. El tema de este mes es perdón. To start us off, I'd like to share a quote that spoke to me while exploring this theme, from the amazing American poet, memoirist, and activist Maya Angelou. Me gustaría compartir una frase que me habló mientras exploraba este tema, de la increíble poeta, memorialista y activista Maya Angelou. I don't know if I continue even today, always liking myself. But what I learned to do many years ago was to forgive myself. It is very important for every human being to forgive herself or himself, because if you live, you will make mistakes. It is inevitable. But once you do and you see the mistake, then you forgive yourself and say, well, if I'd known better, I'd have done better. That's all. No sé si sigo aún hoy gustándome siempre, pero lo que aprendí a hacer hace muchos años fue a perdonarme a mí misma. Es muy importante que todo ser humano se perdone a sí mismo, porque si vives, cometerás errores, es inevitable. Pero una vez que lo haces y ves el error, entonces te perdonas a ti mismo y dices, bueno, si lo hubiera sabido, lo habría hecho mejor. Eso es todo.
I have struggled with forgiveness. Forgiveness is like being in a dark room, searching for the light, and when you finally find it, the light is better.
Perdón, forgiveness, perdonar. No te perdono, abuela paterna. Fuiste mala, dura, cruel, inflexible conmigo. Me despreciabas. Al final de tu vida trataste de reconciliarte conmigo, de quererme quizá, pero ya era demasiado tarde. Le pido perdón a mi casita del desierto porque no supe protegerla. A una casa que ya no existe, que solo existe en fotos, en mi corazón, en la vida de todas las personas que pasamos por allí. Aquí mi abuela materna, mi hermosa abuela en medio de su jardín que creó de la nada en medio del desierto. Le pido perdón al bebé, al niño, al adolescente que fui, por permitir tantas injurias cometidas en mi cuerpo por desconocidos, por no saber defenderme de eso. Perdona a mi tía Eva por no estar con ella a la hora de su muerte, pero estaba cuidando a mi hermano, mi hermanito, que tanto me cuidaba de niño, de bebé, quizá de adulto. Le pedí perdón al inicio de su enfermedad, cuando murió, y ahora te pido perdón porque te extraño. Tú que decías que eras nuestro segundo padre, que todos decían que eras nuestro segundo padre, no te puedo perdonar. ¿Por qué abusaste de mí? El abuso no se puede, no se debe perdonar, nunca. No te perdono. Ay, papá, la fotografía me la encontré así, no es a propósito. Pero hay tanto que resanar, que pegar, que limpiar, que reconstruir. Porque a veces sentía que no me querías, que me despreciabas, que preferías a mis hermanos antes que a mí. Te pido perdón, papá, como te lo pedí perdón en tu momento. Pero todavía tengo cosas que arreglar contigo. A mi hermano tantos años de injurias, de agresiones, de separación, de no entendernos de las dos partes. Te pido perdón aquí porque no sé si la vida me dé tiempo. Y al adulto que no soy en esta foto le pido perdón, le he pedido perdón, me pido perdón. Forgive me. No sé si puedo.
Forgiveness. I'm going to read a Swedish poem about forgiveness. För allt du hatar hos dig själv, förlåt dig själv. För allt du älskar hos dig själv, förlåt dig själv. För allt du skäms över, för allt du är stolt över, för allt du vill dölja, för allt du vill visa upp, för allt som inte blev som det skulle, för allt du är, för allt du vill vara. Förlåt dig själv. Forgiveness. It's easy to say, but hard to do. It is important to forgive yourself, but it's also really hard. I just have to put my dog down. And now, I can't forgive myself that I didn't give him a better life. But on the other hand, I did what I could, the best I could. So I have to forgive myself and not feel guilt because I did what I thought was the best and what I knew to my knowledge. Forgiveness.
The way is shut, and I am safe. It's time to grant my heart its rest. Its barriers have bound the space. To close its open wound, I've left. At times ghosts grasp for something gone, and now and then I feel them reach. But truth can only hurt so long. Embracing truth, ghosts rest in peace. The truth I shared woke ghosts inside you. Both truth and ghosts you turned away. But I cannot tread your darkness for you. So my way is shut, and I am safe. This poem was written at a time when it was like it's one of those really low points of the forgiveness stage, when you are in the middle of removing someone from your life, or you're removing yourself from someone's life, because that sometimes that's what you need in order to forgive and to move forward. You have to let it go, whatever it is. And it's hard. It's really rough sometimes, and sometimes you don't know when you're going to feel good again. Despite how dark it may be, in those moments, you will. You just have to keep going. And I'm happy. And when I was reading that, I was like, wow, I was really down when I wrote this. So that kind of focuses on one of the hard parts of forgiveness. But I couldn't get here without going through it.
Forgiveness. I've learned that forgiveness takes an incredible amount of courage. It forces me to take a genuine look at myself, to breathe, close my eyes, and walk inward. To be brave and take responsibility for the consequences of my actions. To accept the moments that were out of my control. To reject faults that were not my own. To understand and accept my pain, to hold it in my hands, look at it, caress it, place it in my mouth, chew it, taste it, swallow it, letting its electrifying course run within my body. Dance with it until it dissipates. Forgiveness has been the most difficult aspect of my journey through self-love. And yet I've discovered that forgiving myself and others is exactly the point where self-love begins to grow. I cannot heal if I cannot forgive. I cannot heal if I cannot forgive. Some days, surrendering to the power of forgiveness are easier than most. I've learned that to be released of the chains of self-sabotage, addiction, reliving past traumas, repeating old unhealthy patterns, getting pulled into the darkest, most harmful parts of myself, I've had to stop running away from myself. I've had to wake up, stare at myself, and decide to do the work. Decide to smile and forgive myself.